o'clock this morning, whatever time of day it is, we're going to be going through a nice 30-minute stretch. Really nice, and stretch all the muscles out. Good stretch, good strengthening, get the heart pumping, the blood flowing. We're going to feel good at the end of it. So we are going to start lying on our backs today. So if you just want to come lying down flat onto the back, just moving my cushion I've been sitting on, lying down onto the back, and bring your hands to the belly here. And taking some nice, slow, deep inhales and exhales. And just use this time as you breathe to really switch off. So whatever you've been doing this morning and whatever you've got to do after this, I want you just to let go of and bring your attention, your awareness, all of your focus to this very present moment. Because that is where we are right now. We cannot go anywhere else or do anything else apart from be present with where we are right now. And just start to focus your attention or your internal gaze towards that space in between your eyebrows. So your third eye essentially. Just start to switch the eyes there and just focus as you breathe. And pay attention to what you can see with your eyes closed. And then let's bring the attention back to the breath. And we're going to take a couple of big inhales here, but we're going to count the breath. So we're going to breathe in for 6 and we're going to breathe out for 6. So keeping the hands onto the belly. We're going to use this here so that we really breathe into the belly, taking big deep breaths. So just start to exhale from your current breath now. And breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In your own time. And last cycle of breath here. Good, and then just starting to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Just waking the body up gently. Taking a stretch out over the head. Maybe take a yawn. Squeeze everything. Imagine you're just waking up out of bed and you're giving yourself a stretch. And then you're going to bring the knees into the chest here and give yourself a hug. So grabbing onto the elbows here and just a little rock side to side. And then extend the left leg down and keep that right leg hugged into the chest. So squeezing it in. Point the toes of the right leg. Point both toes. And then relax, and then just rotating the ankle on the right side. Going one way, and the other way. And then open that right knee to the side so you're working into the hip here. And then we're going to bring that leg across the body, so take the left hand to the right knee and take it down to the left and looking over to the right. And then bringing it back into center, we're going to take that right leg down, hug the left knee in, point the toes of the left leg as you hug it in, and then release and just rotating the ankles. Going one way, then we'll go the other way. And we're going to take the left hand onto the outside of the shin, open the hip to the side. And then we're going to bring it back in through center, take the right hand to the left knee and drop it down to the right side as you look over to the left. And bring it back in, give yourself a nice little hug, bury the head into the knees, nice squeeze, drop the head back down, and then again, bring the hands on the inside of your legs, grab the outside edges of the feet, and just come into a reclined butterfly here. So you're pushing the knees open to the side. Then extend the left leg down to the ground. See if you can stay grabbing onto the toes of the right leg and just lift it up. Now if you think, oh, that's too much, that's too tight, grab the back of the shins here as well. You can just grab on there and point the toes towards your face. So it's quite a big stretch through the back of the leg. So just do whatever feels nice. And then bend that knee into the chest. We're going to swap sides. So right leg goes down, left leg comes up to the sky. And same thing, if you can grab the toes, grab the toes. If you think, oh, that's too much, grab your shins. Just do whatever feels good. But as long as you're getting that good big stretch down the hamstring and into the calf as well. And then bring both knees in, give yourself another little hug. Bury that head into the knees, round the back. And then one more time, we're going to extend the arms out, extend the legs out, stretch it as far as you can, and then relax. And then bring yourself into a ball again, and we're going to roll up and down the spine. So I want you to do it, say, 4 or 5 times. See if you can get the momentum rolling up and down the spine. So as you do, you're massaging the spine. Try and keep the feet off the ground, rolling all the way up and down. And then we'll come to cross-legged position at the top. When you get up there, you should feel that along the back. And take a nice open twist. So inhale the arms up, and then exhale, right hand to the right knee, left hand goes behind you and take a twist. So you can grab the right hand onto the left knee and allow yourself to twist around to the left. Allow yourself, help yourself. And then we'll bring the arms back up to the sky and we'll go down to the left. No, to the right, left hand to the right leg. Looking over the right side. And back to center, good. Now extending the legs out. Now if you want to put a cushion under your bum here, if that feels a bit more comfortable, you can. We're just going to simply lean forward and like we're like stirring a big cauldron. We're going around clockwise. I want you to reach the hands away as far as you can. So again, we're stretching into the back of the hamstrings here, but use the core as you go down. So see how low you can go. See if you can engage through the belly as you come up and back down. And we'll go the other way. A couple more times, and nice and controlled. Looks a bit weird, this one, doesn't it? Like a witch, a sorcerer or something. And then we'll go one more time and back into center. Good. Now, not taking the legs too much wider. We're just going to walk the hands away as far as you can and drop the head. And we'll slowly come up. Crossing the ankles, rolling onto the hands and knees here. Making sure your shoulders are over the wrists, the hips in line with the knees. Tuck the toes, let's push back onto the feet. So you're stretching out through the toes there and also through the arch of the foot. And then we're going to tuck the toes, or keep them tucked, sorry, push bum up to the sky. Into our downward dog. Heels down to the ground. Now in your downward dog here, I want you to think about turning your biceps slightly up to the sky. So that space sort of from your elbow to your shoulder. Turn the arms upwards so that you're really working into the back. Heels are down to the ground. Squeeze the thighs, lift the kneecaps up. We're going to hold it here for another 2 breaths. And the last breath. Then look at the hands, step the feet behind the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale the arms up. And exhale down into center. Good, we're going to work through a little sun salutation. So inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, hands down, step back to your high plank. You can either drop the knees or come with me as we go from a high to low plank, pushing into upward facing dog. Shoulders squeeze back, thighs are off the ground. Tuck the toes, downward dog. Big take inhale, big exhale, and again. Look forward, step the feet behind the hands, inhale halfway lift, exhale forward fold. Inhale the arms up, exhale down into center, and again, inhale up, exhale forward fold. Inhale halfway, exhale hands down, step back to your high plank. Again, you can drop the knees or come with me as we go from a high to low plank into our upward facing dog and our downward facing dog. Again, 3 big breaths, turning those biceps up to the sky, lift the kneecaps up, squeeze the thighs back, switch the body on. Another couple of breaths. One more, just do one more for luck. And look forward. You can either hop or step the feet up behind the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale the arms up to the sky. Exhale down to center. Good. And again, inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, hands down. You can hop or step back to your high plank here. And then you're going to move through the vinyasa, bending the elbows, high to low plank into your upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Now just drop to your knees here. I'm just going to show you this next one because I don't think we've done this one. So we're going to do some little bunny hops. And what we're doing on this one is we're building a bit of strength in the upper body. We're getting the heart rate going. So it's a little bit of a double whammy. So I want you to make sure when you're doing this that you look at the hands so that you don't topple over. Because what we're doing is we're bending the knees and we're coming up into almost like a little half handstand, but you don't have to go up that high. But I'm going to show you what we're aiming for and then you're going to modify it for yourself. But what we're doing is we're building strength and we're getting the heart rate up so you feel a little bit more energized at the end of this, okay? So you'll be in your downward dog. You're going to look at the hands. Now it's important to look at the hands and it's important to keep the arms strong because what I don't want you to do is jump forward and the elbows just drop like this, okay? So I'll show you what we're doing and then I'm going to show you modifications. So you're going to bend the knees, look at the hands, hop, hop, hop. And watch how I bounce off. And when I bounce, I rebound back up, okay? So that's option one. Variation, well, the variation is you just don't go so high. So you just go like this. So I want you to do 5 bunny hops and then take a child's pose, okay? So the key is make sure you look at the hands, keep the arms strong, and when the feet land on the floor, you rebound straight back up. You don't bang into the floor and hurt the knees. Soft landing up. So think Ballerina, not elephant, is what we're going for. So do it 5 times, take a child's pose, catch your breath because you see I'm out of breath, and then give it another go, okay? And if you need to have another little look, I'll do it again so you can see. And then when we're all done, take your child's pose. And then we'll come back up onto the knees and push back to your downward dog. We'll take some nice breaths here. Good, then we'll roll over to our high plank. Now, I'm going to go to a side plank here. I'm going to give you a variation. So either we're going to go onto the left side, arm comes up, or you can bring the right leg in for a bit of support. Or if that's too much, you can do it on the leg, okay? So whatever you want to do, I'm going to do this one today actually. I'm going to lift the hips up, so look up to the right hand, and I want you to try and make a bit of an arch from the armpit around to the hip. Keep lifting the hips up nice and high to the sky, and we're going to hold it for 3, 2, 1. Bring the hand down. We're going to go straight to the other side. I'm going to have my back to you. Roll onto the right. Tip here. Make sure your shoulder's over the wrist. It'll make it easier. Left hand up to the sky, or if you want to put the left leg in there to help lift it up, you can do. Big arch in the side of the body here, trying to make a rainbow from your armpit to your hip. Now hold it for another 3, 2, 1. Bring it down, back to your high plank, and then just pulse back and forwards on the tiptoes here. Making you work today, aren't I? Sorry. And we'll go back to a downward dog. Nice big stretch here. Spread your fingers wide, push the head through. Take a big deep inhale. And exhale. Then bend the knees, hop the feet up behind the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, down to center. Good stuff. So from here, we're going to go back into a forward fold. So just simply fold the body down. Now, I want you to shift your weight onto the left leg. Now bring the hands underneath the right leg. So you're going to bend the right knee and grab the hands onto the right foot. And then slowly start, oh, if you can stay the balance, not let me, bring the body up nice and tall. Good, that's it. So from here, start to extend the right leg. Now if you want to stay here, absolutely stay here. If you want to go a bit further, you can start to extend the right leg. If you get about halfway and the knees bent, that's also fine. But what I want you to try and do is keep the chest up. Good. We're going to hold it here for another 3, 2, 1. Let go of the arms and slowly drop it down. Good. We'll go to the other side. So forward fold down again. This time shift your weight onto the right leg. Bring the hands under the left foot. We're going to bring it up. Nice and controlled. Ooh, wobbling all over the shop today, so don't follow me. Nice and controlled. Ooh, bring it up. That's it. And same thing again. If you want to stay here, absolutely fine. If you want to go further, extend that left leg, then you can do. Good. So bring the shoulders back into the sockets, and then we're going to let go of the hands and slowly bring it down. Oh, you feel it in the legs there. Give them a little wiggle. And take a step back with the right leg. Then swivel the body wide. Now we're going to turn the feet to face outwards, so we come into our goddess squat. So left leg and right leg turn out to the side, and we're going to lower it down here. Push the knees open, bring the arms out in front of you. And we're going to take 5 breaths. Another 3, 2, the last one, and rise up. Whew, you can feel that in the legs. Heel toe the feet together, hop that back foot up to the top, big inhale with the arms up, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, hands down, see if you can hop or step back to your high plank, your choice, wherever you go. And just hold it here in high plank for a moment. So squeeze your bum, squeeze your thighs, push into the hands round the upper back, and then push back to downward dog. Now we're going to drop our elbows here, just a little bit more strength. So what we're doing is working into the upper body, which is really good to help us with our posture. So if we're spending a lot of time at our desk and we're all hunching, we want to make sure that we've got nice strong upper body so we can correct that. So you've got a choice. You can either stay here in downward dog, or you can drop your elbows like this and then look towards the feet and lift up through the upper body. So don't let the head drop down to the ground. Push the hands into the mat and lift the head up. And I want you to hold it here for another 3, 2, 1. Drop to your knees. Good. We'll take a child's pose and relax. And we'll slowly come up. I'm going to go forward, just stretching out through the upper arms again. Again, nice big stretches for the upper body to correct our posture. So we're going to go into a puppy, but we're going to go onto either side of the mat. So hands come down, shoulders are off and the elbows are off the ground. Then walk the hands off the left side of the mat and start to twist under the left armpit. And then we'll go to the right side of the mat. Look under the right armpit. And bring it back to center, pushing up into your tabletop. Just taking a little cat-cow here, so arch the back, bring the head up, round the back, chin to chest. And we'll do a couple more of these. And the last one. And then relax into neutral, cross the ankles, come onto your bum. Now we're going to go straight up into shoulder stand here. So if you have that in your practice, you can go straight into it. If you're a little bit unsure what that is, I'm going to show you. And if you just want to put a pillow under your bum and just stick the legs up like that, you can do, because you're going to get the same benefit of the blood coming back down. But if you want to go into shoulder stand, then you're going to roll onto the shoulders and bring the legs up to the sky. So you should feel that there's no pressure in the neck, but you should also feel that it's easy to keep the legs up. If you're really struggling, then you need to go further onto your shoulders. And then you can play around with it. Oh, kick the plant. And maybe do scissor kicks. Or maybe you bring the legs down behind your head. See if you can get towards the toes. The toes to touch the floor, sorry. If you've got tight hamstrings, your legs might just be hanging in the air. That's fine. And then we can bring them back up. Again, play around with them. Rotate your ankles wherever you are. And then use the core to slowly, slowly, slowly roll back down. Good. Bring the legs down flat. Then bring your hands underneath your bum. So I'm just going to move back onto my mat. Hands go underneath your bum and you're on your elbows. Take the head back and shimmy back into fish pose here. So if you feel like your head's a million miles from the floor, keep bringing the body back. Shift it back so you've got a nice big arch through the vertebrae here. And then we'll slowly drop the head down. Give yourself a hug. Little twist side to side, or rock side to side, sorry. And then take the arms out into the T shape. Drop your knees down to the right side. And look over to the left. And then we'll bring you through center, down to the left. Over to the right. And bring it back in, give yourself a little hug. Bury your head into the knees. And then lowering the body down into Shavasana, everybody's favorite part of the class. So let the legs roll to the side, palms face up. And just relax. And as you breathe here, just imagine that each breath is letting you sink further down into that mat. Your body is being supported by the ground. You can just let it all go, let it all relax. And then start to wiggle your fingers and the toes, moving the head side to side. And then take a stretch out over the head, maybe take a yawn. And then rolling onto the right side. And we will push ourselves up to seated. Keeping the eyes closed, just bring the hands together in front of the heart. And taking a big deep inhale in through the nose and out through the mouth.